look at that weather. Pretty crazy. So I'm back. It's been a long time since I made a video, but I'm back, and I just thought that it's been ages since I uploaded a video that I would do some sort of amyloidosis and heart transplant update and then tell you what I'm going to be doing. So thank you for watching. If you've been following the journey, I really appreciate everything you've done being here. So many things have changed over the last while, and I've been really figuring out what I'm most passionate about and what is most meaningful to me and how to take care of myself better. So many things have happened, good and bad, but mostly good. And I just wanted to be here and share it with you all, because I know a lot of you that have come from the amyloidosis Facebook pages that, you know, I haven't been on there in a long time because it was so traumatizing for me to be reading all of the things are happening and people are passing away. And as much as I feel for the families and people posting and their journeys, it was just too much for me. So I had to step away from that. I had to back away from those pages and kind of just live my life and make myself finally a priority. And it's been a journey. It's been a long journey, and we're just getting started. So my official transplant for my heart day was May 5th, 2023. And it is January 2026. So I am due to share some things going on. So my heart, day to day, what does it feel like now? Well, it feels amazing. I feel absolutely amazing. Of course, not the normal, but the normal was so far away because I'd been ill for so long, not knowing what was wrong with me, that how I feel is so much better than even years leading up to that, because I can't even remember that far back of when I felt whatever felt normal. So now I can't hear my heart anymore. I can lightly feel my heart, unless it's racing. Of course, I can feel it brutal, but I don't hear it all the time. Whereas before I heard it beating non-stop. And of course, transplant hearts beat super fast, and so that's a normal thing for the heart to be doing. I've had so many improvements. Like, there was times at Christmas where I clocked it and I was doing between 15,000 and 19,000 steps. Now, my legs and my body was completely exhausted. I definitely pushed myself over the limit, but I'll explain why later and why I was walking so many steps. It certainly wasn't because I wanted to do a marathon. It was just because I was doing things around here, getting stuff done. So what surprised me the most is how much I forget about those things that have gone on, and I'm just living life. It feels so surreal to me to have that feeling of not just being able to do things and breathing. It feels surreal to just run up and down the stairs 5 times a day, 10 times a day. And yeah, I am winded after once or twice, but it's just nothing like it was. So I'm so grateful. I'm feeling so much better, and I want to give hope and inspiration to anybody who's gone through that there is hope. And I mean, I was at the stage in amyloidosis, the end stage. So there is hope. Now, let's talk about medication. I get a lot of questions about, oh, I didn't know you were still in chemotherapy. Well, that's the reason I'm doing this video too, is because I just had my 40th round of chemotherapy, and it was kind of mind-blowing. 40? Like, it's almost unbelievable that nobody would actually believe me. So I thought it was kind of fitting to do a video. 40 rounds. Now I'm only doing it every 4 weeks, but it's permanent and it's indefinite. Everybody says, well, when are you finished? I'm not finished. According to the hematologists, it's like a lifelong journey because there's no cure for what I have. So, and if you're wondering, that is the reason that I had to have the heart transplant. It's not because I was doing anything to my body to damage my own heart, but it was the disease that attacks your organs. And for me, it attacked my heart to the point where I was at end stages of heart failure. So yeah, that was pretty rough. That was definitely a thing. And I'm feeling amazing. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm surprised I feel so good. I mean, you don't know. There's no plan B when you go into this. You don't know if you're going to wake up. You don't know what's ahead of you. You don't know what your life's going to look like. You don't even know if you're going to have a life. You don't even know if you're going to come out of the hospital. So for me to be able to do things and witness my third grandchild being born, I feel so, so grateful. So yeah, chemotherapy, that's happening every 4 weeks. That's when I'm getting the daratumumab. I'm getting an injection, a huge injection into my stomach. I can choose either sit there at the hospital for 5 hours and have the IV, or I can just get the injection. So of course I pick the injection. That's my own choice. And the reason I choose that isn't because it's painful. It is very painful, but I'm in and out. There's something about sitting in there with everyone else that's sick that makes you realize, oh, you're sick, and it's nothing against anyone there. I pray for everybody there that they come through and that they're healing, but for me, I feel like I need to get in and I need to get out. And to me, I really focus on that nothing's actually wrong with me. I just keep going. I know things are going on in the background, but I focus on life. And the last time I spent in the hospital, I spent so many months and months and months and months in the hospital that the less I have to be in that environment, the better for me. So that's why I choose that one. And pills. So I'm still taking tons of anti-rejection pills and blood pressure pills and cholesterol pills and all this stuff because for some reason a transplanted heart has super high they don't want it to has super high heart rate and blood pressure typically. And so I was hoping that was just like a thing that was happening at the beginning, but it's not. It's still going. And so they said that's something I'll never get off of, and I'm okay with that. Oops. So yeah, the whole thing about filling the pills is just like you're your own pharmacy. It's pretty awful and it's a lot of work. And I don't enjoy it. I kind of dread the day that I have to do the pills because I really have to focus. I can't have anybody talking to me, and I can't, otherwise I'll mix something up. If the TV's on or someone's talking to me, I absolutely cannot fill them. I have to be in silence or something like that because I've made mistakes before and it's not good. I've been having constant appointments every few months with the hematologist in Vancouver, and everything's been stable. Everything's stable. There's no true remission for amyloidosis, but if there was, I would consider that would be me. I really watch my fluid and my fluid on my body and notice anything. If I've been eating too much salt, I need to cut back. That happens really easily from fast food or Chinese food or things that are super salty. So I really, but you have these cravings for sugary things and salty things, and the salt is what is the worst because it's so full of salt and it causes so much swelling. So I know that's something I need to work on. That's something I need to cut back on. And I'm always working on it. It's like an ongoing thing, that's for sure. The pills don't make me feel too bad because my TAC levels now are really level. I asked to go down on them a little bit because I was always at the highest point of what was the safe zone for the rejection. And I was always jittery and shaking. So I asked to go down to drop it down and see if I could stay within the safe range, and it worked. So I feel so much better. That was like a huge change. And honestly, you have to advocate for yourself because if you don't, nobody else is going to just say, oh, let's just try this. because nobody said anything. And I just was going by what I was feeling. And I'm like, well, if I'm gone almost 2 years at this highest zone shaking, it's so toxic for the body and the organs. Like, can't I drop it a little bit? Like, I want to prolong my organs as long as I possibly can. So I feel like that was like made a huge difference. But what I really noticed is I got to pace myself. All my energy is in the morning to the afternoon, and then I just like kerplunk after like 2 or 3. I have no energy and I just have to do anything physical in the morning because my energy doesn't last. And if it does, I have like severe aching and pain. Like that day that I had all the steps, I definitely feel it. And that's not something that's sustainable by any means, or nor do I want to, of course. One thing with my health that's really bad is my neck and my back is so painful. I had back surgery before I had the transplant in my lower back, and now my upper back and my neck and my right here, my shoulders and my traps are so bad. They cause so many migraines. I have migraines constantly. I'm on migraine medication all the time. That's something that I wasn't before. And I really noticed this after in the hospital, that when they pull your chest apart to do this and pull you back together, it was so torqued up here that the top of my back and between my shoulder blades compensated for years for my lower back. So as soon as that surgery was done, within a year or two, I had so much pain in my upper back, and it's just gotten way worse from the surgery. The other thing that's gotten really bad from the chemotherapy is my eyesight. I used to have perfect 20/20 vision, and I can barely see. I have on my 3rd pair of glass prescription in 2 years, and I still need to go again. They are so bad, I can hardly see. I have to use super magnification for reading and typing, and then also for driving and far. So now that's kind of a downer from having such perfect vision my whole life to not even be able to see. And if someone's trying to show me something, I can't see. Everybody's, the kids sent me a meme once that was like, Mom trying to see on the computer, on the phone, and she's like squinting. I was like, thanks guys, but they're just kidding. But it's gotten really bad. So that scares me. My hearing's also failed a lot from this, and those are both side effects from that drug. But that is the main drug keeping me alive, keeping my amyloid numbers, the proteins, the misfolding proteins, that's what's keeping it at bay. So it's not something that I can get away with. It's not something I can just stop doing. I'm going to follow their protocol because I'm still here and I'm still kicking and I'm still learning how to love life again. And so I want to do everything that's possible to keep going. So my mental health has been really good, I would say. And I just feel so much gratitude to everybody involved in everything. And that's where I go to when it's a really hard days, when my body is aching and pain. I definitely can't lift anything too heavy. If I do, triggers a headache right away. But I feel so much, I'm like a different person, honestly, compared to that in the physical body. I've learned to accept certain things that I really didn't want to accept going forward, like my eyes and my hearing and things. So let's talk about what's new and fun. Is something I notice that's so important to me is when you're not connected to your passions and you're not connected to, for me, I'm so connected to creativity. And even in the hospital, I asked my husband to bring me, he went to Michael's Arts and Crafts store when I was in there for like 6 months before my transplant and stuff. I was very sick. They didn't even know if I'd make it to get my new heart. And I asked him for paper, a little sketchbook and pens, because I feel like for me, it's such an outlet to, art has always been an outlet, creativity has always been an outlet, and the further away you get from your passions and the things you love, the more your mental health can decline, and does decline for me, did decline, but I know it does for other people, because it's just when we're not doing something we love. So I've really realized that what I love is that after I started feeling better, I was capable of like lifting a small bag of sugar and things like that. I could get back to my cooking and my baking. I could get back to things that I loved. And I kind of go into this like fog of like, that's my creative place. It could be drawing, it could be painting, it could be cross-stitching, embroidery, which I can't really do anymore because my eyes are so bad. So I've really gotten back into my baking. And so I've been doing all sorts of things. Like I got really into learning how to do royal icing cookies. So these kind of things. So I'm making a whole bunch of Valentine's stuff. So those are things that are really fun for me, where I can get my creativity and my attention to detail out. And it's been so fun. So those kinds of things I've been having such a good time with, and baking and bread and making artisan bread. And so people are like, well, you're making all this stuff, you should start selling it. So but to me, it's just a passion. It's just a hobby. But what happened is that I thought, what a fun hobby would be to start doing some Christmas craft fairs. So I put myself out there, I put my stuff on display, and stuff was flying off the shelves. Cookies and baking and cakes and cupcakes and pies and pastries. And so I decided I would make Christmas gift boxes that people could get and give. And that went over really well. And it was just so fun. And it's just such a joy and a passion of mine that's why I am back. And I'm excited to share more recipes with you, more things that I can do from my own kitchen. If you've watched anything on my channel before, you know I love canning and gardening and baking, and not as much cooking. I don't love that as much as I love baking, but I'm really into decorating cookies and cakes and things like that, and making bread again. So I'm excited to share so many new recipes with you. It's been such a joy. And it actually feels really grounding and peaceful for me to get in the kitchen and go into my, that's my happy place. Sit down, decorate cookies. A bit hard on my back, so I definitely can't do too many. I have to take a lot of breaks. But this is how I learn how to take care of my mental, emotional, and physical self. And hopefully you guys are too. So I think going forward, I just wanted to share that I have so many new things I'm going to be doing on this channel. But I'm going to be realistic, and I'm going to do what I can when I can. And so I'm excited about what the future holds. I want to balance. I want to feel balanced. I want to have time to be outside. I want to have time to make things. I want to have time to, before I bake, I have to sterilize my whole home. So there's a lot of stuff I have to do. Sometimes by the time I'm done cleaning, I'm too tired to even do anything anymore. And that's honestly the truth. And so, I'll do what I can do. So it's been really fun, and I'm just taking one day at a time, and that's kind of what's happening. I have an appointment in May, a big appointment. It's like an annual appointment where we have a whole bunch of different things, but I don't have to have the procedures. I don't have to have the angiogram. I don't have to have the biopsies anymore. And that's good, because last time I had them, they told me that they went through my groin, they've went through my wrist, they went through my neck. There's so much scar tissue there that they can barely get in there. So they're going to do that. Since I'm not feeling good, we're not doing that. We're not going in there right now. We're going to use all the other tests. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate your patience with me and your love and kindness and support. And I can't wait to see you soon, back in the kitchen, back in the garden, outside walking the trails and making so many delicious dinners and desserts, canning, fruit, cookies. I'm back. Bye, everyone.